Good morning, everybody. Another beautiful day here in Davao City, Philippines. It's about 78 degrees. It's just very comfortable out this morning. This video is not a video that's going to help you do things when you come over here. I know some of you have already decided to come here, but this is just a video that tells you some things that I found interesting, and I hope you do too. I'll start off the video with, what if I told you there were a country where over 175 languages are spoken and people text more than anywhere else in the world, and boxing directly affects crime rates? Well, that's here in the Philippines. And we'll start at number 14 and work our way back. Two official languages are Tagalog and English. Philippines is number 5 in the world in English speaking people, behind the US, India, Pakistan, and the UK. But since the diverse linguist groups living in the country speak 175 languages for their internal communication in the country, since many only exist in spoken form, it's really hard to know how many languages there really are. Number 13, Manila is the most densely populated city in the world. When you take the 16 surrounding cities that make up Metro Manila, there's a population of 12.8 million people, and that area is only 16.5 square miles. This equals a population density of 111,002 people per square mile. I was in Manila. I knew it was pretty crowded, but I didn't know it was that crowded. And then I was also reading that, excuse me, through the week, when people there are working, it's much more crowded, which makes sense. Number 12, you've heard me talk a lot about malls. There's some malls here, and I haven't seen them, but there's churches in the shopping malls. Gyms, like over here at SM Mall, has Anytime Fitness in the mall. There's doctors' clinics in the malls. There's concert halls. There's nightclubs. I know one that has a nightclub that's up on the 6th floor. There's parks. So it's no surprise that the malls are the main meeting place and hangout for people over here. Also, 3 of the world's largest malls in the world are in the Philippines. Number 11, Philippines are the number 1 texting nation in the world. They average about 400 million texts per day, about 142 billion a year. That's more than the US and Europe combined. There's one unique form of transportation over here that you won't find anywhere else, and that's the jeepney. They started from leftover jeeps, U.S. military jeeps left over from World War II. They converted them, and like I've said before, the people here are crafty. They can convert things and build things from just the natural material they can find laying around. The jeepneys, they look different. They all look different. No two are the same. They're painted different, or they're different colors, and that the jeepneys are starting to get faded out because of pollution, and they're being replaced with a more modern, like van type vehicle. Number 9, one of the islands has more volcanoes than it does towns, and this is Camiguin Island. I hope I pronounced that right. Like I said, it has more volcanoes per square meter than any other place on the planet. The island is 14 miles long, 8.5 miles wide, and has 7 volcanoes and only 5 towns. The volcanoes have been sleeping since the 1950s, so it's several tourists visit the island now. Number 8, another fact that I found interesting, is the national flag has a yellow sun and 8 rays on the sun, each of them standing for one province. And the three yellow stars stand for the three largest island groups: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And when the flag is reversed and the red is flown on top, it shows that the country's in a state of war. Number 7, I found this really interesting. Boxing directly affects crime rates. It was reported by Philippines National Police that when Manny Pacquiao used to fight, crime rates would drop significantly. When he fought Floyd Mayweather, it was 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. over here in the Philippines. Not a single crime was committed in all of Metro Manila. Number 6, more than 11 million Filipinos work abroad. That's about 11% of the population. And a quarter of all the overseas nurses around the world are Filipino. I know there's a lot of nursing schools here, and you see a lot of nursing students here. Number 5, the Banao, and I hope I pronounced this right too, rice terraces are the oldest in the world and were so smartly designed they still bring a harvest of rice and vegetables, most of which get exported. And if all the terraces were placed end to end, they would stretch halfway around the world. Number 4, Philippines is the largest exporter of coconuts with over 153,532 tons per year. And they use the coconuts for everything from clothing to beauty products. I don't know what how you'd make clothing. I guess you grind it up and use the fibers. Number 3, the first Europeans to visit the Philippines was Ferdinand Magellan in 1521. I know Magellan, that's where he got smoked or killed, was over here in a battle in the Philippines. And 90% of the population over here are Catholic, and that's where that came from. When the Spaniards, Magellan, they brought Christianity over to the Philippines. And the first karaoke machine, I know that it was a lot of Filipinos think it was made here, but it wasn't. It was made by a Japanese gentleman, but the first patent was by a Filipino here in 1975. And number 1, everyone knows Filipino men are handsome and the women are beautiful. And just to back up that statement, the women have won in all major international pageants 15 times. 4 crowned Miss Universe, 1 Miss World, 6 titles holders of Miss International, and 4 Miss Earth crowns. So, I hope you found this video interesting. And something I don't ever do, I ask people to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, be safe. Mahau, Coyote.